We're back. Seven Rivers Racing, Western Wisconsin's only location where we cover 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15 tracks. We've done it all season long. We're going to do it again next year. And we're helping some of the race fans and some of the racetracks to complete their seasons before we set you up for 3 big races at 3 big tracks here in September and October. Matt Panure from Dells Raceway Park, our guest in the program today. Matt, you guys just wrapped up your championship weekend this past weekend, and you brought along some video for us of especially you get $2,000 to win a race. That's a happy man right there.
Yeah, this is video of our Wagner Automotive Research Fast Dash Clash. That's actually Brian Johnson Jr. going off into the sunset there in 1 and 2.
In front of everybody.
This is Davey Pennell alongside Corey Jankowski, 2 drivers out of this area. Davey out of Sparta. He's been on your show. Corey was on our show as well. Corey raced quite a bit this past weekend. He raced a 40-lap late model feature, this Wagner Automotive Research Fast Dash Clash, which was 20 laps, and won the 55-lap Super Late Model Series feature as well. So he was a busy guy this past Saturday.
He was hanging out in the teepee afterwards, wasn't he?
He won the Super Late feature and finished 3rd in both the Limited Late feature and the Wagner Automotive Fast Dash Clash. So Corey did quite a bit of work, and he did well. This is the end here. This is Mike Litchfield. He's a driver out of Portage. He's a second-year late model driver. He won 3 features last year in his first year as a late model, finished 2nd in points, Rookie of the Year. Didn't win any this year, a whole bunch of second-place finishes, and Mike finally captured his checkered flag right here with $2,000 on the line in the Wagner Automotive Research Fast Dash Clash. And as you can see right here, he was a happy boy once he got out of the race car.
I love seeing that. You know, it doesn't matter what racetrack you go to. You know, you see that all over the place. When there's a big incentive out there, or you're in the hunt to try to get your first win or second win. I love when they jump to the top of that car and just go to town.
Now this is the Super Late Model race, the 4th round of the Alive for 5 Super Late Model Series. This is Jeff Storm, ASA Midwest driver. You'll see him at Oktoberfest. And Frank Cryer over the last lap here trying to chase him down. Frank, as we mentioned, won the first round, and then he ended up finishing 2nd in all the other 4 races. But Frank sure put on a show each and every time we had the Super Late Models at Dells Raceway Park. And Stormy was pretty happy. It's been a little while since he's won a Super Late Model feature event, so he burned him down a little bit at the end of the night.
Of course, Frank Cryer, understand early this season, had his choice of like 9 different cars at his disposal to drive through the summer. What an advantage that is there. And of course, his car sponsor, Culver's, actually were racing some go-karts this year. Yeah. Adam Hayden representing Sparta and the Culver's in Alaska. So we're going to see Frank back again at Oktoberfest. So your late model champ was Rich Schumann Jr. Take us through the Sportsman's Championship.
Sportsman's Championship went to a driver out of Prairie du Sac. His name is Scott Luck, and he's been racing for quite a while. You've probably seen him race Super Sportsman at Oktoberfest in the past. He has this beautiful blue Dodge Charger. Hopefully he's going to bring it out to Fest as well. Multiple feature wins on the season. I think he ended up with 5. Finished 7th on the last night. Really just needed to take care of his equipment. Won the championship, his first ever. He was another guy that was pretty happy at the end of the night.
Also, champion that was crowned at Dells Raceway Park this past weekend, your Pure Stock Championship. Kind of interesting twist on how that one went down.
Team drivers in the Pure Stocks. Dave Trout normally drove the car on a weekly basis. Whenever the Super Late Models were there, he wasn't able to do it because he was focusing on the Super Late Model. So 62-year-old Jeff Burrows out of Sparta would jump behind the wheel. He actually won 2 of the 4 features that he started for Trout and secured the championship with a feature win this week. Neat little thing that happened afterward. He stops on the backstretch, goes and picks up Trout, and the 2 go down to victory lane together.
That is just cool.
That was pretty neat.
That is cool. Bandits. I heard a lot about the Bandits this year. One of our local go-kart drivers that Brian and the Losi clan got to race against last year came down and did some damage this year. Spencer Wilhelm.
Spencer Wilhelm ended up finishing 6th in points at the end of the season. He picked up a feature win. 12 years old. He is now the youngest driver in a weekly division at Dells Raceway Park to have won a feature, which is pretty funny because Haley Kapp earlier in the season at 14 set that record, and then a couple of weeks before Spencer actually picked up that win, he was leading, hit the wall out of turn 2. Haley won the feature, so she kind of defended her title, and then Spencer ended up taking it away anyway. And if he would have raced the first half of the season the way he raced the second half of the season, there's no doubt he would have been part of that championship conversation.
One of the things that is so nice is that you can get the younger kids out there racing competitively on the racetrack during a race race night when the super lates are out there. Is this something that you're going to start looking to promote a little bit more at the racetrack to get the younger kids involved so that they will move up the ranks?
We definitely appreciate our younger drivers. I mentioned Haley Cap. She's a young driver out of Portage. She's 14. This is her second year, and she ended up finishing second in the points with 2 feature wins. And you see a lot of the younger kids come out and support their high school, high school schoolmates. Some of these kids are still in grade school.
Yep.
So it's nice to have the young drivers come out, pull the young fans out, and hopefully we're creating race fans for years to come.
Sure.
Oh, Gary Stark won the feature win last weekend, and the points champion, Steve Rosick. Do want to mention that the opening night for the Dells Raceway Park has already been announced to Saturday, May 19th. And as we've given you all season long, DellsRacewayPark.com to find out what's going on during the off season, and then to get yourself set for next season. A couple of other dates we do want to mention here, and I'm sure I'm going to be running into Matt many times over the next month. Madison International Speedway Fall Classic is September 23rd and the 24th. The National Short Track Championships at Rockford, that's the 46th annual, is September 30th through October 2nd, and Oktoberfest race weekend, the 6th through the 9th at La Crosse. So, Matt, you're going to be on hand and out to Mid-Ams again this year.
I'll be on hand at all 3 of those with the Mid-American Stock Car Series. That's correct.
And, of course, the announcers and the staff and the fans, I mean, it's going to be, you need to write those dates down and just get there early, because you've been there, I've been there. You talk about a lot of race fans and drivers from different tracks attending these races. I mean, these are 3 huge weekends.
That's what's really neat about these fall specials, is you get to see drivers finally get to take that time to go and try out a different track. They get so tied up doing point battles and working on their weekly program that finally they get the chance to go try a different track. I know Mike Litchfield, who we just saw win the Wagner Automotive Research Fast Dash Clash, he'll be at Madison. Davey Pennell will be racing at Rockford. He'll be racing at all 3, in fact, with the Big 8 Series. Rich Schumann Jr., Derek Childs, they're very excited about the John McCarn 63 at Oktoberfest, and those guys will be racing in that. So you'll see some Dells Raceway Park drivers out there trying it out, trying some new tracks, and hopefully being very successful.
Well, the rumor mill has already started as well, and I've got some insights on 1 or 2 lacrosse drivers that have backup cars that are in the process possibly of trading those in for super late models or different type of Big 8 cars. So you're going to have to wait for those 3 big race weekends. We'll put them up on the website. I'm sure you're going to be able to follow along with Matt Panure. Always find us on Facebook. If you ever need to know what the dates of these 3 races are, I'm going to be more than happy to share that with you. Matt, we appreciate you coming by. It's, congratulations on another successful season at Dells Raceway Park. Hopefully, since you guys race the same night we do at La Crosse, I can get out there and check a race next year.
Yeah, we had 2 rainouts all season, opening night and last week Labor Day. So we seem to have the weather in our favor, and hopefully, we can switch off, and some week I can come up and check out La Crosse too. But we're definitely looking forward to 2012. Got a lot of big plans in place, and we're already scheming on things to do at Dells Raceway Park. We're really excited about 2012 already.
Alrighty, again, it's DellsRacewayPark.com, and you're going to see Matt and I, hopefully with good throats. I lost mine last year, so I almost had to have the stunt announcer to come in for me on the Sunday. That's not going to happen this year either. I'm going to tell you what.
What happened Saturday?
Oh, man. What happened Saturday? I didn't lose my voice Saturday.
I did.
Well, last year. Oh, yeah, last year was something a little bit different. Again, DellsRacewayPark.com, OktoberfestRaceWeekend.com. We're going to give you the schedules for all the racing coming between now and October. For Matt Panure and Al Losi and Dan Dykers, stay with us for the rest of the race season. Lots more to come on the Seven Rivers Racing Show here in KQEG TV.